I'm back. Back with more Rimworld. We just killed a crazy turkey. He almost got us. Just export this last one. There we go. In real life, turkeys are seriously dangerous. They will kill you. Do not fuck with turkeys. So how's Nobu doing? He hates it and it's hot. So let's see, temperature wise, if we put an air conditioner here and maybe one here in the hospital, that'll bring the total temp down in the compound, but it's not even that hot in there. He's complaining about the heat. It's 22. Can't we have air conditioning? Fuck you, Nobu. You're a prisoner. Lucky I'm not chopping your dick off and mailing it back to your parents. Hey, what? I don't think that's how people are punished in this world. I don't know what that's about. That seems like a pretty over-the-top threat. We're gonna improve his floor though, which will probably prevent him from being upset. We don't want him to try to escape, and so we need to try to keep his his happiness relatively high. Or he'll try to leave, and if we have to kill him, then we'll fail the mission and stuff. So we just get a nice floor in there. You know, they don't do entertainment, as far as I know. I've tried to like put chess tables and stuff in prison rooms, and they don't seem to ever use them. There's no like prison chess tournament, unfortunately. It's a shame. I think there should be a prison chess tournament, but there's not one. It seems like they should entertain themselves, shouldn't it? Like if I put, you know, maybe there's a mod for it, but like if I put a bookshelf in there and put some books in there, they would take some time to like maybe, I don't know, they'd educate themselves and become a lawyer and get themselves released from prison because, you know, they were wrongly accused of, I don't know what he did. It doesn't say, right? They sent him here. What does the quest say? It said he's a defector, so maybe he tried to like you know, leave the empire of Trolagle, and like he tried to desert to like, I don't know, the Grey Darts, the pirate band, with information about the defenses of you know, one of these imperial settlements, and they caught him, of course, and so, you know, they need to put him in prison. Or is there something else? Oh no, he slept with the wrong person. So he was banging some chick, Theodora Melodius. And she and he got caught in flagrante, as it were. And now he's got to spend 22 days in jail in a fucking primitive backwater called Ironheadburg. That's rough, man. This is bullshit, Nobu. This is bullshit. You can't even do anything. You can't even read or play video games or anything. This is fucking bullshit. They don't even have Nintendo in this prison. It's not that you don't have Nintendo privileges. It's that there's no Nintendo at all. Everything like costs money in prison now. So like, there are prisons that have like, you know, private cell televisions and in the United States, you know, and like video game systems and stuff. But like, you have to have somebody to put money on your account or work for it, and the work you do gets you paid for like, you know, like pennies on the dollar for what the labor would pay you on the outside. So like, you might work in a prison manufacturing facility putting together washing machines or stuff, and that's one of the things that actually is made in American prisons, is that a lot of home goods like appliances, but you get paid like 30 cents an hour, and that money goes into an account, and then everything that isn't like a bare necessity costs money. So like, if you want to use the phone to call home and, you know, talk to your child or your wife or your father or whatever, people who don't hate you for being a victim or being in prison, whichever you are, you know, Nobu is, you know, wrongly, you know, all Nobu did is fuck the wrong lady, right? So fuck, right? So if you're like Nobu, you know, you make 30 cents an hour at work. You work maybe 6 hours a day putting together washing machines, and you get off work. And if you want to buy toothpaste, that's $3, you know, so that's like 10 hours of work you would have had to work just to buy a thing of toothpaste. Because, you know, teeth aren't a necessity. The food's terrible. And all you did is sleep with the wrong woman. You know, I mean, this is bullshit, right? I mean, Nobu's being treated like he's a monster. He's in prison in a backwater, overly hot room. Man, if I were in prison and it was too hot, oh my God, I'd end up in the hole. I would be freaking out, right? Because like I'd be like, "Fuck you, warden! You can't make me be in the hot." And then they would beat me because I get really hot really fast. So like, if it's like 2 or 3 degrees, like if it's like I can take anywhere between like 72 and 68. If it's like 73 degrees. Oh fuck! My temper is like this short. Like I want to kill everyone. It's not pretty. It is not pretty. It's Nobu. All right, so take off your parka. That's the thing, right? Let's take off his parka. 4chan. Strip Nobu. All right, but then. Haul this parka out of here. All right. But not the other stuff. Nobu, you can put the other clothes back on. I just had to get the parka out of there. We don't want people wearing parkas while in the prison cell and then complaining about how hot it is. And getting all hotgry because they didn't have enough ice cream today or whatever, you know, for example. Yeah, I like your Devil Strand pants, though. They're really snazzy, bright red pants. I mean, the man was getting laid, so he's obviously got fashion sense. You know, Theodora. No, don't pick that up, Bobs. I know that's what you're trying to do. Don't do it. There. All right. Nobu got up and got dressed. Now he's no longer wearing a parka inside. So maybe he'll be a little bit. It's still hot in there, though. It's too warm. It's 26°C. I'm breaking out of prison. I don't really want to put a air conditioner over here because it'll compromise the security of the back wall, right? I guess what's the alternative? I could put one there, but it's the same problem. That this area is going to have more walls, right? So like I think I'm probably going to do something like like out here, and then maybe like out here, and then we'll have some sort of little column in here like this. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Give us a little bit more defense, But so the air conditioners could be here. I got just put more air conditioners in the wall. Uh-oh. We got wild boars. All right, everybody. Call out the militia. It's time to make some hot dogs. Cheap hot dogs, not good ones. Pork hot dogs are not good hot dogs. It's Vienna beef. Jumbo. All Vienna beef hot dogs all the time. God. What my dream come true would be being sponsored by a hot dog company. All right, you got them. Are there more? Yeah, there's more incoming. Keep your fire disciplined, gentlemen and ladies. Are there more of them? We don't want to get caught alone. We want to make sure that all the boars are dealt with. Because a boar will kill everybody, so... Alright, it looks like it's over. Alright. So, instead of chicken tendies, 4chan can make some pork tendies. People eat pork tendies? I mean, people like pork. I like pork. I like Chinese dishes made with pork. I like pork pot stickers. That's good, right? Let's do a little bit more floor here, because everybody gets like salty as soon as they walk on dirt. They're like, oh, it's disgusting. Unsightly environment. I'm walking on dirt. God forbid dirt. Yeah, they're all little bitches. So the more of this area that is marble is the better their moods will be. There's a lot of meat in the freezer, so we could make, you know, some turkey sandwiches, some pork sandwiches, some Yorkshire Terrier dogs, some boom rat burgers, you know. But 4chan, he just doesn't have the skill yet. His he's engaged to Grandma Salazar now. Oh no. Oh no, they are gonna bang. If they haven't already. Oh, that's... Oof. Don't... Wait, 4chan asked Nobu to join. No. That can't happen. It's unreduced. Alright, we're gonna have to move it to no interaction, because we can't be trying to get Nobu to join us. That's not the mission. That's not the mission. Oh, that's the air con. I was trying to figure out what that cord going across was. Salazar, what's wrong? You need some lube in your gutworm hole? Alright, Albs. No. Okay, see, you cannot be using the good medicine for something so mundane as gutworms. You gotta be dropped down to that. There you go. Use the herbal treatment for your gutworms. I'm thinking that the gutworms are maybe a lie. Maybe that's herbal lubricant, and 4chan and Salazar are using the herbal lubricant to, you know, kind of ease the way, make it less dry, with that. With that, a hot dog down a very dry hallway. Okay, so that's 288, and we don't quite have that left. So when we get to 300, we should finish that hallway. There's a weaver. We're not gonna like capture him or something. So I don't know why you're telling us that. Are we supposed to just like kidnap this rando? I mean, that's bullshit. We pissed the people off, We don't have any friends as it is. These people are barely our friends. They're gentle as well, so. Right, so we're going to need more metal because we're down to 92. We should be researching smithing, yeah, okay. And we already researched biofuels, so I don't think I'm going to build this just yet, but I wanted to see. Yeah, that will fit in there. We're going to need a biofuel refinery so we can make chem fuel, so we can take metal and we can make shells. So we can build a mortar. Because we need a mortar so in case there's any sort of like mech hives or anything that lands. We can hit them from a distance with mortar shells. And, hopefully minimize our casualties that way. Don't puke on the field. So why are you puking? Oh, you have gutworms. That's why you're puking. Gutworms. Salazar's like, hey, Dr. Aubrey, my stomach hurts. Do you have anything that lubricates? And Aubrey's like, well, why would you need lubrication if your stomach hurts? It's a very dry, chapped. I need something that's, make it easier for me. 4chan and Granny Salazar. That shit ain't right. Dr. Aubrey's like, you know what? Just don't tell me. Speaking of that, I mean, we can't let him get married anywhere, right? So we're gonna put a marriage spot here in the kitchen. In case they do get married. You know, God forbid they consummate that marriage. I mean, it's just gonna be all leathery and it's gonna sound like sandpaper. It's gonna be like a noise. That's what it'll be what it's like. So that's enough of that brick for now. Let's go back to granite. And we probably use a couple more pairs of pants and a couple more shirts too. Get your nice pants on. Get your nice pants on. It's so idyllic right now because we're not really suffering, but it's only a matter of time. Who's all tattered? Obs. Why don't you put on some of the nice clothes, Obs? There's good pants over here. Excellent pants. Put these pants on, Aubrey. There you go. And then these are fucked up. So I'm gonna unclear force right away. And she won't go put them back on or anything, so, you know, whatever. So I dealt with the tattered apparel complaint. Get some nice new pants. You know, Ironhead can make them. As soon as he's done with the floor. Everybody can stop bitching about having to walk. I walked on dirt. It's dirty. It's like, come on. We're barely surviving on a hostile planet and you're complaining about the floor being made of dirt? Are you fucking kidding me? Have some sense of proportion. Have some sense of proportion. So we got smithing. So we could like make suits of armor now. Not that we have enough metal. So. Someone clean up the pile of vomit. Don't just leave that there, huh? How you doing, Nobu? He's made friends with 4chan. He's still too hot. And he wants like a bionic arm. He's like, what if I was like half man, half machine? And then it wouldn't feel so hot all the time. It's just not how it works, Nobu. What if I was like half machine, half man? Huh? That's the same thing, Nobu. That's the same thing. I think maybe I'll put more air conditioners in once I have more metal. I'll put one there and one there too. Hopefully it'll bring down the whole temperature of the place. I could. It looks like I could add a cooler too. To make the freezer colder. Just we'll do that first though. I think that's probably the most important thing because we don't want this to get defrosted at all. We want our components nice and chilled. So when we put them in the machine, there's no heat problems with the machine. And keep the temperature nice, you know. I'll lower this down to -10. It's a nice deep freeze temperature. It's like the walk-in at Burger King. We're almost done with the hallway. Okay, that's gonna significantly reduce complaints for people like Obs. She'll be like, oh, I walked on beautiful marble tile. She's wet though. She's wet. She's wearing a duster and a cowboy hat and she's complaining about being wet? Oh wait, maybe it's not that kind of wet. No, it is that kind of wet. Just making sure. Albs and Ironhead, are they? No. That's never gonna work out. She's closer with Granny Salazar. Awkward. 4chan and Ironhead chatted about formal shirts. Oh, I really like button-down shirts like quite a bit, so they're my favorite. Good quality pigskin leather shirt, huh? I don't think I would wear that. I mean, can you imagine wearing a shirt that's like a football, like an American football? Or I think Canadian footballs are made the same way too. They're rounder though, I think, but I don't think I'd wear that. It'd be too thick. It'd be too thick. It wouldn't breathe either. It wouldn't breathe. You'd have to have it open all the time, and like, that's just trashy, right? It's just trashy to have your shirt open all the time. The Royal Tribute Collector. Okay, but I don't have any gold, so, you know, sup. Um, I'd like more metal. So I think I'm gonna have Iron Head pause on the granite, and then I think we're gonna tear down this metal building here, and then this one here too. And this is marble, but we might as well. Oh my! Wait, hold on. Oh, those are tables. I thought those were. Oh, I thought those were closed caskets. You don't really see that outside, right? But I thought they were. We'll tear down those as well. Let's tear down the rest of the structures we never got to, I guess. Maybe we do some of the floors as well. Like, I don't know that we need sandstone. This is marble, so that's worth taking, right? That's flagstone, so that's not worth doing. This is marble. This is worth taking. And that's flagstone too. So there's a couple spots. We don't have gold, so I don't know why you're here. We have 0 gold. And we have as little wealth as possible. We need more metals so we can get more air conditioning. Because everybody's complaining that it's too hot. They're all getting hot-gry. They're all cranky all the time. They're like, no, I fucking hate you. I don't want to play Settlers of Catan. I don't want to play Settlers of Catan either. I don't think it's a very good game. I don't want to buy the sheep. I don't want to buy the sheep. Stop. This is a wood house. Monopolize all the wood. You can't win the game if you don't have sheep. Pepper and the psychic suppression. A 42-year-old archer is calling for help. He's hiding from a hostile machine persona whom he recently awoke. He wants to flee and join you at Ironheadburg. If he joins, the persona will hit Ironheadburg with psychic suppression waves for 6.1 days, reducing the consciousness of all females. I mean, that doesn't actually sound that bad, does it? Let's do it. It sounds dangerous. Pepper? I don't mind the sun sometimes. He's a 42-year-old man. He can't care. He has an annoying voice. He's a teetotal and he's nimble. But hey, he's a shooter. Look at that. Psychic suppression. So that's, not great. Some are in hot pursuit. Alright, sweet. So Pepper can be our cook. And then 4chan can focus on research. Excellent. And then we'll make sure that Pepper is going to do some other stuff around the house as well. Actually, you know what, Pepper? The second level thing you should do is just keep things clean. His name's Pepper. That's a pretty good name for a cook. If I say so myself. Yeah, he's gonna work during the day shifts. I don't need to do anything else there. He's gonna need a bedroom though. We don't even have a bed for him. So unfortunately, in the short term, Pepper, I'm gonna need you to sleep in a cotton sleeping bag. Cloth bedroll. This will be your room, so we'll just do that. And we'll turn marble blocks back on. We'll get you some furniture, I promise. Ironhead, can you go ahead and just make that bedroll for Pepper, please? So he doesn't have to sleep on the floor. Yeah. So Pepper, this is you for now. Don't worry. We'll work on improving your life in a little bit. Man, Pepper's gonna change everything here because if we can now have a dedicated cook, so we can change this to cook fine meals forever. What's his cooking at? Ah! Shit. It scared the shit out of me. What's his cooking at? 4. But he has passion, so it'll go up. So get Pepper to cook fine meals forever. And which of course he can't do it all yet. And we'll up simple meals to 20, so there's plenty of meals in the freezer. It's no more chicken tendies. What's up, Somerville 1516? Hey guys. I don't recognize that emoticon, but that doesn't say a whole lot, does it? I'm just talking to myself while I play Rimworld. We got Nobu. He's a guest prisoner. he slept with the wrong woman and got caught. So he's been sent here to, live out his 2-month or 2-season prison term. We just got Pepper. He ran away from an AI, and he's a dangerous man, Pepper. But his danger is largely associated around how much spice he uses in meals. That's why they call him Pepper, because he makes what's called a double. And if you've ever been to the Caribbean, a double is curried chickpeas in roti or flatbread. It's very tasty. It's very savory. But in the Caribbean, it's a street food, and people will get it made really spicy. They'll say, "Give me double pepper. Give me a double with double pepper," and because they just kind of use the word pepper as saying double hot. So like a double, double, is like basically like a small burrito with curried chickpeas and hot sauce. Of various types, depending on where you're from, and it's kind of an Indian food, but in Trinidad, where there were a bunch of Indian colonists as a result of the British controlling Trinidad, but it's kind of spread over you can get them in Barbados and stuff too. So it's a very interesting food. It tastes real good, and when it's got a lot of hot sauce, it's super good. But oh man. They do not limit the hot sauce. It'll burn your fucking face off. Anyways, Pepper's famous for making those. He is really famous for making the hottest doubles available. He'll really commit to it as well. So, no joke. Pepper's gonna make sure that you need to see a doctor after you have one of his doubles. All right, so there's some floor to take here. Floor removal, always a great source of bricks. We'll get these, and then there's some more floor here, but we haven't quite cleared off all the metal. There is a giant forest fire threatening to consume all of us. Hopefully, it goes out. One of the like hidden secrets of Rimworld is that the quickest way to make sure a fire goes out is to get as much fire on the screen as possible. There's like a little background process in Rimworld that fire consumes a whole bunch of CPU cycles basically, and once it's reached a certain CPU consumption threshold, the fire will go out. Like the game will trigger rain, or the fire will go out for other reasons in order to prevent the game from like tanking basically. So there's like it's a little hidden way for Tynan Sylvester to like keep fire from ruining your game and locking and crashing it up. It's one of the little like hidden Rimworld things. I mean, I'm sure he's talked about it plenty, but there's some ambrosia here. Let's harvest that. Don't want anybody to do the ambrosia because they'll become ambrosia addicts. But we'll get some ambrosia and maybe sell it to somebody. Put it in a freezer. I don't think you should really be able to freeze ambrosia. I don't think you should be able to freeze it. 4chan's hard at work. Now he's a sole researcher. He's a scientist now. 4chan is a scientist. He's marrying his own grandmother, Georgette Salazar, who's 57 years old, and they've got a thing. It's really weird. It happened. He was underage when they hooked up for the first time. But look, it's a dark, foreboding planet, and the standards aren't the same here. It's not like life on the glitter world. This is the Rim, and you're oh man, my bricks are gonna burn. It's life on the Rim doesn't necessarily comply to the same standards of morality. It's just not the same. That said, I do have a mod installed that's prevents some things from burning, and that might include bricks. It definitely includes steel, because steel does not burn. You can't even jet fuel. I was reading the article in IGN, the interview with Dr. Disrespect. I don't watch Dr. Disrespect. I never did. I think the character is simultaneously repulsive and impressive because the dude was making something different and interesting, investing more time and effort in his stream than a lot of people put in their streams. That's why I like Zafra so much, because he's kind of crafted that managerial like persona, and he's acting, he's ad-libbing, he's role playing, and that's not nothing. I mean, that's an effort, and it kind of like raises the bar of Twitch. And anyways, but I didn't watch Dr. Disrespect, and I don't think I would ever watch anything like him, because I also don't watch professional wrestling, but I respect those guys for the efforts that they put in. Anyways, so they banned him. Nobody really seems to know why he was banned, or if they do, they're legally not allowed to talk about it. One of those things. Anyways, that was like 3 weeks ago, and Salazar needs some gutworm treatment. That was like 3 weeks ago, and nobody's, he's not anywhere else. He hasn't like gone over to Facebook or, so, maybe he's trying to make money or try to, get an exclusive deal or something. So I read the interview in IGN, and he's saying basically, I don't know why. He had a lawyer with him though, so I'm not sure I believe. I'm not sure I believe he was actually ignorant of why he's been banned. In fact, I suspect he knows exactly why he's been banned, but he's not sure if he can do anything about it legally. I could be wrong. Anyways, he hasn't announced what he's going to do or where he's going to go. He's a moderately big entertainment figure, which is to say he's huge for Twitch, but from the perspective of like real world entertainment, as it were, he's he's not nothing. He has representation from a big company. He's probably one of the more important people who've ever streamed from the perspective of like advancing the medium or something like that. I suspect he's going to end up on television, late night television, doing the Dr. Disrespect character and doing some sort of like a Jimmy Kimmel style late night television show where he challenges celebrities to various competitions and then plays his character in those competitions, the Dr. Disrespect. I think that's what's going to happen, and of course that will fail because that won't fly. And then he'll end up back on some streaming service. Twitch will forgive him, or he'll end up just on YouTube, and he'll be huge there, and he'll collect a bunch of money. I mean, the thing is if the guy just went to some other platform as soon as Twitch banned him, he might have a little bit of slow take-up time, but he would build his audience back up, and he would be huge again. I'm not totally certain why he's huge, but all credit to him. I mean, he's not huge by accident. He's huge by effort and hard work. So anyways, I read the interview. There's still no real publicly available answer regarding the ban. I don't know. I mean, maybe he killed somebody. Maybe he killed somebody in real life, and he's facing criminal charges. I mean, I don't think that's what's happened. I just don't know that it didn't happen. Let's see. Let's get another cowboy hat, or two. And then we got a couple pairs of pants here, a couple shirts. So, we got enough clothes sticking around for now. How's Nobu? Poor Nobu, who all he did is follow his heart, or his dick, if you will, directly into Theodora. And then, well, you know, he got caught. Theodora Melodius was too attractive for him to resist, and he's paying the consequences. So have we picked up all the bricks? No, there's still a bunch out here. Still a bunch out here as well. Some metal too. How's it going, Pepper? I know you're sleeping in a very awful bedroom, but I promise you it'll improve sometime relatively soon. And you'll probably hear Nobu crying every night because you'll live right next door to him. Your bed's gonna be right here, and Nobu's just Theodora. He's just, oh God. Every night he's like, why Theodora? But the good news is you'll have a nice marble floor. So while you stare, at the floor, while you try to sleep every night, because he sleeps on his stomach with his head hanging over the edge of the bed, you can count bricks, and that might 1, 2, 3. So 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. He'll feel better eventually, and then eventually Nobu will let you out of prison, and life will improve for everybody. Because having a guy in your prison who just doesn't deserve to be there, is a real drag for everybody. I mean, let's be honest. It upsets me that so many people are in prison that don't belong there. And I'm sure it would upset, Pepper and, our spring fall romance there. 4chan and Granny Salazar. Albs would be upset too, but she's like kind of borderline autistic, so she probably just doesn't really care. How's she doing, Albs? She's all right. What's dirt? Oh, she doesn't like walking through the dirt. Nobody likes the dirty hallway. Nobody likes the dirty hallway, if you know what I'm saying. I think maybe some people do like the dirty hallway. She's made friends with Granny Salazar, and she's kind of friends with 4chan. Like, she goes over to hang out with Granny Salazar, and 4chan's like, do you want a glass of water or something? And then 4chan goes and reads his book. She's barely acquainted with prisoner Nobu. Doesn't really care for Ironhead, and does not like Pepper at all, which is interesting. Pepper's new here, so I think it's really on Pepper to make an effort, but he's got that annoying voice, so it's hard for Pepper to make friends. It really is. It's tough. It's tough to be Pepper. It's tough to make doubles all day long. Make delicious doubles. That's hard. I mean, not everybody can make doubles. There's still some bricks out here. And there's still some stuff out here. Can you guys pick this shit up or what? Obs, what are you doing? Where are you going? You're going to pick up bricks? Yeah. Sandstone bricks. Pepper's quick. Is there something wrong with Obs? She's just lazy. No, she's got psychic suppression. She's obviously. Granny Salazar and Obs are being negatively affected by the Pepper plague, which is almost over though. It only has like another half day or something like that. And it got us another person in Pepper, And I mean, you cannot overstate the high desirability of having doubles around. I mean, just like doubles all day, doubles all night, It's just like Pepper is worth it because you can get those delicious doubles. Oh, the bread is so good, and the curried chickpeas are so great, man, and the hot sauce all over them, just all over them. The only thing the doubles need a little fat, and they don't really have cheese in Trinidad or much of the Caribbean because there's not really cows. That was a Z? It's outside. All right, well. They don't really have dairy cows in the Caribbean because there's not really enough land for cows, except for like Jamaica, probably, maybe Cuba. So you don't really get cheese there unless it's goat's cheese. But even then, you don't get much goat's cheese in my experience. So I think though that doubles would be good with cheese. I'm not sure what. Maybe something really plain, like maybe just like some like Mexican cheese, like Chihuahua cheese or farmer's cheese. Something that's like real smooth and doesn't have a lot of flavor itself. Because you don't want to fuck with the curried chickpeas and the hot sauce. That doesn't need any other taste. But having a little fat in there would be good, I think. It actually kind of surprises me, considering how many street foods make it to America, to the United States, like and get eaten here. Like you can get everything from like doner kebab to like I don't know, walking tacos or burritos or whatever. There's all sorts of street foods here that came from other places originally or were developed initially outside the United States that you really can't get doubles in major cities in America. And that might just be because there's not too many Caribbean immigrants in the northern part of the United States. But I've never seen doubles available for sale anywhere. And I used to live in Chicago, which is obviously a very big city and has a lot of immigrants. And there was I think there was one Trini place in Chicago, but I never went there. I don't know if there were like Barbadian places or Jamaican. Oh yeah, there's definitely jerk chicken and stuff, and that's Jamaican, right? So, and there was Cubanitos. So like, there's a type of sandwich called a Cubanito, which is it's like a pressed ham sandwich. That it's a Cuban kind of inspired sandwich. But the sandwich itself was actually invented in Chicago, because Chicago is the culinary center of the universe. Like, don't let anybody else tell you differently; they're just wrong. So, anyways, a Cubanito is like a smashed compressed ham sandwich, and it's fucking great. And you can get it in a lot of different restaurants in Chicago, in the area. You probably get it other places too, but I'm not sure you want to get it. It's kind of like a Philly cheesesteak. Like you can get those in a lot of places, but people make it wrong everywhere. That isn't the original place, right? Like if you go to like the nearest place that sells Philly cheesesteaks near you, I guarantee you they put green peppers on it. But there's no fucking green peppers on a Philly fucking cheesesteak. It's just that is not an ingredient that's on a Philly cheesesteak. But if you go buy one at the local place that isn't a Philly shop, you're gonna get some sort of fucking green pepper mushroom fucking Philly cheesesteak. And you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Well, if you care at all. That's the other thing too. It'll almost certainly have like mozzarella cheese on it, and that's not how a Philly is either. A Philly cheesesteak is chopped steak, and then like either cheese whiz, or white American, or provolone at best, and then grilled onions. That's it. Now you can modify that sandwich if you want. There's no problem. Make a sandwich however you like, but the original thing has a definition, right? Like feel free to modify, a cheeseburger and put fucking eggs on top of it and shit. But when you do that, that's no longer the original thing. It's some variation, and more power to you. But just don't fill the world with your lies that Philly cheesesteaks have fucking peppers on them, because they don't. They don't have peppers on them. And Chicago being the culinary center of the universe, specifically in the sandwich sector, it also has probably the best sandwich of all time, or one of my favorites, which is Italian beef sandwich, which is that doesn't sound like crazy stuff, but it comes with what's called what the fucking word is just outside my brain. I can see the word, but I can't feel the word. It's a hot pepper pickled spicy garnish. And derp. The wheels are spinning, but the hamster is dead. Giardinera. It comes with giardinera, hot giardinera, and it's an Italian beef. It's sliced thin roast beef that's been drenched in its own gravy, and then on a Italian roll, a white sandwich roll, with then that whole thing is covered in pickled, oiled giardinera, and giardinera is like, it's got olives and celery and carrots and hot peppers and oil, and then that entire sandwich is dumped back in the gravy, so it's like soaked, and then it's wrapped up in paper and handed to you, and it is fantastic. You can't really get, like, if you go buy an Italian beef at the restaurant near you, if they sell it, first of all, it'll never be dipped, because that, in order to dip it, you need a vat of fucking gravy, and unless it's an Italian beef shop, there will be no vat of gravy. And then, second of all, it won't have giardiniera on it half the time. It'll have fucking green peppers. And you know what? Fuck green peppers. So, Chicago, the culinary capital of the universe, also has something that you may have had, but I feel like I don't see very many places, certainly not outside Chicago. I don't live in Chicago anymore, unfortunately, though I wish I did. They have something called a pizza puff, which is a kind of deep-fried, frozen kind of pizza burrito. It's made by a company called Il Taco Foods, which is literally Illinois taco company, on the south side, and they're frozen. So in Illinois, you can buy these frozen in the grocery store, and you typically bake them at home. But if you buy them at a restaurant in Chicago, they're usually deep fried in the same oil or the same fryer that the French fries are cooked in. And it's a deep fried pizza burrito, basically. And the sandwich is and it is a sandwich. I mean, because it's bread on the outside and ingredients in the middle. Like I said, it's made from a company called Il Taco Foods. And Il Taco Foods is, this amazing American company that's, one of these, immigrant created entities. And it's just one of the things that makes, our country great is the ability of immigrants to, like, create and find places for themselves and change the culture and improve the lives of everyone by making delicious deep fried pizza burritos. In the real version of Illinois Tamale Company's Il Taco Food Illinois Tamale Company's pizza puff is textured vegetable protein instead of pepperoni. But you wouldn't know because it's just so greasy and so oily. So the other thing about this is that if you buy a pizza puff in Chicago, the pizza puff costs like $3. So you can get it's like, it's got to be like, no joke, it has to be something approaching like 750 calories, 1,000 calories. So it's basically like 2 Big Macs worth of fucking calories for like $3, and then you can get fries. So you can probably get a pizza puff, fries, and a Coke or an RC for like I don't know, like $5. at the local corner junk food restaurant in Chicago, and it's fantastic. If you've had a pizza puff that isn't from Il Taco Foods, you haven't had a pizza puff. It's just not. It's not the thing. And like I said, I mean, you know, Chicago is the culinary capital of the world. So all other places that make that claim are lying. And I mean, that doesn't even, you know, approach, you know, Chicago style pizza or Chicago style hot dogs or chicken Vesuvio or even Miracle Whip is from Chicago, right? So like, you know, like it's the cheap version, the Depression era version of mayonnaise is Chicago. And then, you know, chicken in Chicago, obviously, and you know, pepper and egg sandwiches, or Maxwell Street Polish, or Eli's Cheesecakes, or the Jibberito, which is a kind of like a Puerto Rican smash sandwich that's made with like plantains. And I mean, all these things are like unique to Chicago because of the kind of cultural collision that happens uniquely there. I'll be right back.